Hello. Wow, I sound pathetic. Hi. Wow. God, I'm tired today. How's it going, everybody? I'm fine. Hi, Vic. Thank you for your blessings. Oh, hi, Dirt. Welcome in. Thank you also for your blessings. Oh, wait. No, wait. That was just. Never mind. You didn't bless me. Now you've blessed. Nope. That's Ro. I'm fine. I can read. Thank you for your blessings, Ro. Reading is great. Yep. Hi, Bip. Welcome in. Yep. This is what happens when Rexy makes the playlist that we listen to. There's a lot of random German stuff in this, and then like I added stuff too, so that's why we have sometimes. Yeah, this one's me. This Epica, that one's me. Oh god, I took a nap before stream again because I had a rough night again. Might be because we played Pal World for 13 hours straight yesterday. It, I played Pal World back in the early access days. And I know myself. I know how I am when it comes to this game. If I open it up, it's going to take up my life again, and I knew that, and I still re-downloaded the game. I still opened it up, and I still played it for 13 hours yesterday. But our base looks so good. Thank you for your blessings, Dirt. Guess laptop it is. Yeah, I saw you have a. Your phone is being a jerk to you, is it not? Wow. It's always hard when your phone is a jerk to you because you need it so much. Like if it's your computer, like that sucks super bad. Like I need my computer to work and stuff like that. But like for the your average person, like they like it would be something that you need to replace, but you could go a while without it. But you can't go that long without your phone. And like if you don't have a backup, what are you gonna do? And who has like $1,000 to put towards a new phone? That's how much my phone costs, like, I don't know, 5 years ago. It's my old phone with important stuff like bank. Yeah, exactly. You need your bank. You need your phone for banking, for like being in contact with people. You need a phone, and phones are very expensive right now. Phones are more expensive than my laptop was. Hi, Vivu. Thank you for your blessings. What are you guys up to? How was your Sunday? How was your weekend? What'd you guys get up to? Sorry, I'm having a love about Epica. Hi, Milu. Welcome in. How are you doing? Oh, my tummy is upset today too. I was at a camping. I was camping, and I shall return this week to a different one. Oh, fun! If you like camping, I don't know. I don't do the camping thing. Hi, Jinx. Welcome in. Sunday was I didn't do shit. I feel like I did so many things yesterday, but all of it was in Pow World, so it was not actually that. But like, I built a whole like main structure house. I like building in Pow World, and it took me a minute to like remember how to do everything. And now you can paint, and I don't necessarily love the paint, but then we were like, oh, we're running out of room for like for stuff, and I was like, we must build up. And so I made like a I guess a multi-story greenhouse is what we sort of called it, and it like has lots of space and things to do it, and the ranch is like underneath, and it looks kind of cool. And then there's a sort of like factory processing area, and then like our main house area has a space for all of the work benches, and then on the upper floor is where we have the egg hatchery, and then we also have like an overlook that has the managing portal thingy, and then at there's a little tiny room off to the side that I built that I'm just gonna decorate to look cute. And then there's like a little outdoor kitchen on one side, and then there's a little space for storage containers on the other side. And yep, I like building. As I don't do as much combat, and I'm not exactly good at it because I'm me. You guys seen me watch. You've watched me play Warframe. Some of you, you're aware. But yeah, I still play. I still go. I still do the things. I'm just bad at it. But as a result, though, my level is quite low, and I also like kept on going, and like we were at that place where we just didn't have enough pals to maintain the amount of wood that we needed. So I was just like, well, there's wood over here. I'm just gonna deforest over here, and that'll be fine. And then you don't you don't make as much XP that way, and I'd spend a really long time deforesting. And there was never any pals over there. I don't know. I can stop talking about Pal World. My bad. It's just a really fun game. Glitch and I spent a lot of hours into it. I was probably like something like 70 hours into the game even before we started playing. So like I played a lot before, and some stuff has changed that I really like. Um and we were gonna play this morning, but I had a tummy ache and was really tired and didn't get enough sleep because my body hurt. My older brother called early morning when their company was having staff issues. All forklift certified guys were either sick or on vacation. I was called in to drive forklift for the day. Oh no. Well, getting an extra day of work that you didn't know you were gonna have. I mean, it's kind of nice to have money. However, it also is not nice to have to work. There's that too. There's the whole working part. That is bad. I don't know what's going on with my capturing. Do you want to be over here, maybe? Yeah, that's a little better. It's like trying to make... Yeah, that's better. That is a lot better. Okay. I'm gonna need to fix this later. But, yay. Well, it was just sitting in a machine and occasionally move stuff around. Pretty chill. That's fun then. I like, you know, I've always wanted to go jousting in forklift jousting. I think that should be a thing in modern day because it seems like it would be fun, and you could probably make it somewhat safer with pool noodles. You put some pool noodles onto the fork bit. That would make it safe, right? I care about safety. What time is it? Oh, we're doing pretty good. Ugh. It's warm again. I'm so tired of summer. It's actually cooling down apparently, but it still is just like too warm in our house. I was trying to sleep last night and it was just like gross in our bedroom. Remy says it's because he didn't remember to open the window or something the night before, and so like we were still like trying to like get all of the hot air out from like 2 days worth of just like heat building up in the bedroom. That makes some sense. Yeah, I don't open the window because it's not reachable for me really. I mean, I try, but I always somehow mess it up. I don't understand how these windows work. I think that they're cool, but like I don't know when it's closed. I don't know when it's open. When is it? What are we doing here? I would like a tutorial actually, but I feel like I need like markers on the thing of what position the handle needs to be in order to know when it's what mode it's in, because I guess everybody just knows, but like you all grew up with it, so I don't know. We don't have that kind of thing in America. Our windows, you push them open and the whole thing goes up, and then you push them down to close them, and that's worked pretty well for us, I guess. They break really easily though, and they're difficult to clean, so maybe they're not that good actually. No, okay, today I have book reviews to do. We haven't streamed on a Monday for like 3 weeks. So I have 5 book reviews built up over the last couple of weeks. Some are from authors you might recognize. Some are new ones, and a lot of them weren't that good. Well, no. Some of them were really good though. I liked a lot of them. Or pieces of them anyway. And then I don't know, I'm pretty excited about it. But just a reminder for everybody, I did put a reminder in Discord. But hey, book club, everyone, book club. Book club is coming up in like 2 weeks. You'll have a little under 2 weeks to finish reading Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. And if you're not really a reader, because you might not be, we are watching the movie next Saturday at 8 p.m. for me. We'll do a little bit of a stream, and I'll get a little bit of a dinner, and then I'll pop over to Discord and we'll start watching the film in Discord. But we'll do music stream here. I will get food. Then we will all relax and we'll watch a really good movie. Already done with the book. High five, me too. Am I done with the review questions and stuff like that? Nope, I'm doing that tomorrow and maybe some part of Wednesday. But yes, remember, book club, everyone. And then we also have to pick a new book for the next period of time. I do like finding ones that have a film adaptation, because I think that works pretty well. You know what I mean? So if you can think of a book that has a good film adaptation, then maybe we could look into, even if it's not a very good book. Honestly, since we're doing I should make you all suffer with me, but you guys have to, soon we'll do it. I need to figure out exactly what I want to do. You guys picking between either Twilight or 50 Shades of Grey for me to read should make that the book, and then those both have film adaptations and we could clown on it if anything. But yeah, book club. So This Saturday and next Saturday is the action is the wait. This Saturday is the film. Next Saturday is the book review, is the book club, the actual book club. And both of those are going to be in the evening times for me, so they will be quite a bit later than we are normally doing. Marathon both trilogies in Discord. I don't think any of us want to suffer that much. I'm not listening to this. I'm gonna keep talking so I don't listen to it as quickly. Glitch would be a skeleton. Oh, from dying from having to read all of those things? Yeah, We will not do that. I will not make you suffer that much. However, it would be kind of fun to suffer a little bit. But if I really wanted, I figure I read that awful book about vampires. The one by I don't remember her I think it was like Selena Miller or something like that. It was awful. I would not recommend. Most terrible time I've had with a book in a while. Um surely I can get through either 50 Shades or Twilight. I've never tried to read 50 Shades. I did try to read Twilight once, but I only got through the first chapter and went, this one's not for me. But that was back when I would stop reading a book if I didn't enjoy it. I don't do that anymore. I make myself read through it. It has to be egregious for me to like really throw it out, because sometimes I like the suffering a little bit. Maybe I'm a masochist, who's to say? But also I kind of enjoy clowning on it. Like you guys seem to like when I hate a book. You guys seem to like when I'm hating on a book a little bit. My deck of cards only has 51 cards. Will you be my Queen of Hearts? Does that mean I get to chop off people's heads? Alice in Wonderland is in my head a little bit still from playing the Power Wash Simulator. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That makes me think of Phraxy. Okay, so we did, in case any of you missed it, we did make the money needed for me to get to Phraxy. That's gonna happen here in the next couple of weeks. He is still in the process of readying his abode to allow for a guest. Because if you guys you probably don't know this, but he just moved into that place earlier this year. So like things are still like sometimes it takes a while to like get your place together. So that's still happening, but I'll let you guys know when it's happening, and then like when we're gonna do all of the fun stuff. We will be doing I need you guys to pick the book, because I kind of like to read the book a little bit on the train. And then I'm gonna have you guys, was there anything else that I needed you guys for? I don't think so. Do I still have the thing? No. Oh, I do have the promo. Okay, I'm reading it. So I need you guys to pick the book for the cringe book review. I'm doing the recording of the one take on Thursday. He wants to do the reading of my spicy writing while I'm there so he can see me be embarrassed. Fair enough. We'll do the double hand cam stream there, and then I'll play Expedition 33. That's pretty much it. And then I don't know when the Cry For Me thing is gonna happen, but we'll work on it. Also, hi Cross. How are you? Welcome in. I'm so sorry for ignoring your name a little bit. I should have given you a better welcome. I was thrown off by the by the Queen of Hearts thing. Okay, I'm gonna do book reviews. Are you guys prepared? Are you ready? I've read 5 books in the last couple of weeks. So, we have some catching up to do. Usually we only do like one, maybe 2 books in a week. But I was sick one week. We had washathon the other week, and then I had a bad day. Mondays are rough on me for some reason. Let's go over here so you guys can see. Wow, look. Can you see that at all? We could go over to gaming instead if it's better. Ooh, I'm tiny here. It's not working either. There we go. Let's go here. Yeah, so the first one that I read a while ago is The Animals at Lockwood Manor by Jane Healy. The cover's really pretty. It's not the cover that I got. I picked it because it was gay. You know how I feel about gay. If it's something is gay and it sounded kind of interesting, there was also taxidermy animals, something about that, and then World War II also. So it's like, okay, historical fiction, horror, gay. Thank you for hitting the pride. This sounds like a Cali-oriented book. Feels good, female-led, This sounds like something I would have read. This sounds like something that could have been a book club pick not that long ago. Ooh, a vampire? Where? I mean, I'm not a vampire. I'm just allergic to the sun and occasionally turn into a brat if you have enough.
Do you like
points.
bread? I like bread.
But this doesn't
They both look at each other and hear that and go, I like bread.
This doesn't make me a vampire. I just turn into a bat sometimes. This is just my other form. My other form is just bat. Oh god, we've broken things. Okay. But this this is normal. This just happens sometimes. Okay. But I'm not a vampire. I eat a lot of garlic. And generally dislike blood a little bit. But like not to an extreme degree. But yeah. This one has, I don't know, taxidermy animals who come alive and World War II. I don't remember all the things in this. I'm going to read the description to try to remember things. Some secrets are spoken, others are unspeakable. August 1939. 30-year-old Hetty Cartwright is tasked with the evacuation and safekeeping of the Natural History Museum's collection of mammals. Once she had her exhibits arrive at Lockwood Manor, however, where they were to stay for the duration of the war, Hetty soon realizes that she's taken on more than she'd bargained for. Protecting her charges from the... Oh, that's an I. Sorry. Irascible Lord Lockwood. Irascible. That was probably how you say that out loud, huh? Irascible Lord Lockwood and resentful servants is work enough, but when some of the animals go missing, and worse, okay, Hetty begins to suspect someone or something is stalking her through the darkened corridors of the house. As the disasters mount, Hetty finds herself falling under the spell of Lucy, Lord Lockwood's beautiful but clearly haunted daughter. But why is Lucy so traumatized? Does she know something she's not telling? And is there any truth to the local rumors of ghosts and curses? Part love story, part mystery, The Animals at Lockwood Manor by Jane Healy is a gripping and atmospheric tale of family madness, long buried secrets, and hidden desires. gotta be real, none of that is what I remember about this book. I mean, a little bit. I remember there being so Lord Lockwood is a dickbag. I remember that. Hello, I am a bat. Hello, thank you for your blessings, Glitch. I appreciate it. I remember he kept on having like parties and stuff like that, and I'm like, isn't there a war going on? And then like his guests would get into the room where the exhibits were being kept, and they would like do stuff to the they would like touch them and stuff, and it's like, okay, weird choices that you guys are doing right now. And then I remember the lesbianism, and there was a pretty good sex scene. I remember the sex scene. Of course I remember the sex scene. That sounds so much like me. I know that there was like some sort of like talk about like mental illness in both of the girls. Oh, I kind of remember this a little bit now. So, the biggest criticism I have with this book is Hetty and Lucy are basically the same person. The author made no way of distinguishing between their voices at all. Average Cali lesbian book review. Yeah, I remember the sex scene, but everything else is a little hazy. She didn't distinguish their voices enough, where they just sounded like the same person. They both had some sort of like traumatic thing with their childhoods, and they both have some sort of idea of mental illness in their past. And like one of them grew up rich, and the other one was like an orphan who was raised by these people who wanted a child but couldn't have one, and then like resented her for not being what they wanted her to be. Now I'm a disembodied voice. Now I'm back. Hi. But yeah, I don't... I feel like there was like no way to differentiate between the two voices though, where they just sort of sounded like the same person. And it's not just that like I was doing an audiobook with this one too. But like even in the text, the way that they differentiated between them is that one was in italics. And if you have to do that because your characters are too similar, you need to differentiate your characters a little bit. Like, I know it's like a thing that when you're gay, sometimes you can't tell if you're attracted to somebody or if you're just like wishing you could be like that person. You know what I mean? So like attraction doesn't necessarily mean you're looking in a mirror, and that's the way it sort of seems like with these two, where they're just like, yes, I love you because you're just like me in almost every single conceivable way. We have the exact same personality. Anyway, I found it boring because of that. That they, like, the sex scene was fine and everything, even if it was a little masturbatory, because they're literally the same person. But, like, I found it difficult to remember details about each of the women, because it was split narrative between the two of them, and it's like, wait, is this Lucy or is this Hetty? Who's going... And it took a really long time for me to, like, keep the names and who is which background correct, and oh, such a bad decision. Yeah, I just didn't like it because of that. Let's see what I give. A 3.4. That's kind of... Yeah, that's fair, I guess. Let's add a review. Did I like it? Not really. I mean, there are parts of it that I found interesting. I don't love when the ghosts and the bad is actually just mental illness. And that's sort of what this felt like. I mean, it wasn't really mental illness. It was like blamed on mental illness. And it was just like Lord Lockwood, who's a dick, ends up being a dick for the whole thing and is the big bad evil that is haunting the house. Ooh. Hey, we're gonna record this on Thursday. Spoilers, by the way. Ugh, it makes me, like, not want to give it a 3 because I hate that. I think I will. I think I'll be harsh today. We're gonna give you a 2.5. Enjoy. Red flag, actually. Red flag when you can't differentiate your characters. And the most terrible monster imaginable. A rich white man in Britain! Alright, there's that. The next one that I read was The Cartographers by Peng Shepherd. This one was interesting, actually. I liked this one. I had some issues with keeping... It was a larger cast of... You know, it was an ensemble cast, and there was a lot of different characters going on. And I had a little bit of a hard time keeping everybody straight on who was who and what was going on. Only because every time I would read it, I was dead tired. So that's on me. It's not the book's fault. I would have to go back and be like, wait, what happened? I'm so confused. So this one was, Oh, well. Okay, there we go. I keep everyone gay. Aw, that's such a sweet thing to say. Thank you. I even make my straight friends a little gay, just so they feel like they are included. You know, we just give them a little bit of a gay pass, where it's like, you know, you've thought about some stuff, I'm sure. They get the alley pass where they're allowed to be here. Okay. This one. Right. Cartographers. Yeah, we'll read it. But yeah, I remember just being like really difficult. Automat is always homophobic, don't worry. We only keep it on because I get a little bit scared that they're gonna be actually homophobic. You know what I mean? Because what if they're actually... Because they could be. You never know. Okay, yeah. This one. This one was fun because it was magical realism, which I really love. I like a good magical realism thing. And I didn't really anticipate it to be magical realism when I looked at it. I didn't look at... I tried to go in a little bit blind. And I just read this description. So when there was a little bit of like really big magical realism, I was like, oh. Let's read the description to see how closely I read it. A highly imaginative thriller about a young woman who discovers that a strange map and her deceased father's belongings hold an incredible, deadly secret, one that will lead her to an extraordinary adventure to the truth about her family's dark history. What is the purpose of a map? Nell Young's whole life and greatest passion is cartography. Her father, Dr. Daniel Young, is a legend in the field and Nell's personal hero, but she hasn't seen or spoken to him ever since he cruelly fired her and destroyed her reputation after an argument over an old cheap gas station highway map. But when Dr. Young is found dead in his office at New York Public Library with the very same seemingly worthless map hidden in his desk, Nell can't resist investigating. To her surprise, she soon discovers that the map is incredibly valuable and also exceedingly rare. In fact, she may now have the only copy left in existence, because a mysterious collector has been hunting down and destroying every last one, along with anyone who gets in the way. But why? To answer that question, Nell embarks on a dangerous journey to reveal a dark family secret and discovers that true power lies in maps. The Cartographers is an ode to the art and science, history, and magic, a spectacularly imaginative modern story about an ancient craft that places still undiscovered. So I got kind of into it because I like maps. I like making maps. I've made a couple that are not very good. And then my mother-in-law, by trade, was a cartographer, which is kind of cool. Like one of the cooler things about her. Okay. Everybody say bye, Remy.
Go fuck yourself.
No. No, he loves you guys, I swear.
I do not.
Don't forget to change the temperature on that. He's gonna go take a shower, and I have been taking my showers kind of like not cold but cool water, and he cannot stand a cool shower. Anyway, I like this book actually. I found it interesting. There was shifting timeline, shifting point of view, but mostly the point of view would just shift when Nell would move to asking. She was like trying to figure out what happened, and so she was finding people who were part of this friend group that her parents had when they were still in grad school working on their doctorates, their PhDs in cartography. And all of them were cartographers. So they're all kind of like larger names in the field, and they do different things around the country. And so she's been trying to track all of them down, and as she does, she's asking them questions and finding out more information. And when it would shift point of view, it would go into their point of view, and it would talk about their story. So that's when it would shift point of view most of the time. So the timeline would shift because it would start telling the story as if it were in that part instead of just like, yeah, no, it was done really well actually. And then all of the sudden it turned into magic, because it turns out that the cartographers could make places appear on maps by drawing them in. And if you carried the map and used the map to get to the place that doesn't actually exist, it would be there. And they figured this out because they found a whole town when they were doing studies. And somehow that they were working on a large multi-year project altogether. And because of human drama and cheating on spouses and the secretive nature of people, and one guy who's just like super obsessed with one of them, yeah, it goes real bad. It goes real bad. It goes real bad and murdery, actually. But yeah, it was actually really fun. I do recommend this one. I think that this one had a good. The cast was really well written. The characters were interesting and different from one another. There wasn't really any sex scenes, but that's okay. And there wasn't enough gay in it. There could have been more gay. Yeah, there should have been more gay. But not everybody has to be gay. We accept all people of all kinds. Here in the book club, No one caught that, right? No. Okay. So let's go ahead. We'll give this one a rating. The Cartographers by Ping Shepherd. This one's not a 5, but it's definitely in the 4 range. I think I'll just do 4. I liked it. It was pretty good. I would like to read it again. That's how I know it's a 4. Is that I'd like to read it again. And there's a lot of fun characters in it, and I thought it was enjoyable. Alright, okay, alright. Yeah, this one's brand new. This one just came out, not what date did it come out? Like, July? No, June 30th. June 30th. I was gonna say July 1st or something like that. Ooh, we've been waiting for this one. We've been waiting for this one, folks. You guys might have got the hype out of me earlier. But Dead But Dreaming of Electric Sheep. Dead But Dreaming of Electric Sheep, but none other than our buddy, our best friend, who none of us are still angry with, Paul Tremblay. Oh, woo! Burr, 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 burr. Ah. Can I get some emotes so it looks like there's confetti? I'm waiting. There's a delay. Let's go, Paul! Yeah, confetti. There we go. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. I'm riding with love. Oh, this one was fun. This one I didn't. Oh well, you guys can see that. I can't see it. But yeah, Paul Tremblay. We love him. We're not mad at him at all. And in this one, there's no dead 8-year-olds, so that's nice. No dead 8-year-olds, but there's a dead body pretty much the whole. Well, sort of dead. I don't know. He's kind of dead. He's mostly dead. This one ended up being a huge condemnation of generative AI. And I think that it has a lot to do with Paul Tremblay's lingering feelings about the ongoing court dispute that's been going on for a while, that he and some other authors have done a joint class action suit against one of the Gen AI companies. And I think he was taking up some of those lingering feelings that he was having because of probably frustration due to the whole process. So this one's a horror dystopian sort of, but like definitely like real, like here, like wow. It's like technology that like feels like it could exist now. So we have our main character, Julia, who is in her 20s and kind of like flailing a little bit at life. Not failing, but flailing. And her mother works for this big corporation, and they're testing out some sort of software, and she hires Julia on to do this test that they're doing, that she's kind of fumbled in some way, and the person that they had to run the test quit last minute, it sort of seemed like. And so she's like begging Julia to come do it, and then she's like, you're the perfect candidate for it because of your experience in professional gaming, which like she kind of did like some sort of like esports situation, and had a moderate Twitch career, maybe like slightly better than even me, so like we're talking moderate. But they're like, you know how to use a controller, is basically why they're like, oh yeah, you'll be good at this because you can control a character on a screen. Surely you'll be good at this. And then she shows up and they're all secretive, and she signs some papers without actually reading them, which is, I mean, don't do that. even though we all do that. And then they're like, here's a corpse of a man. He's dead, sort of. We're keeping him alive with machines right now. But he's brain dead, and we've attached this device into his brain that you control through this controller that looks like you're a phone. And they want her to control him to get him through an airport to get him across the country to his mother where he'll be buried. Or no, he's going to a right to die state. Because they want to pull the plug, but it's illegal to do so. Well, if they get him into a right to die state, then they will pull the plug. And her doing this is training an AI to be able to do it autonomously without a human controlling it. So she would be training the AI to be able to do it. Through the process of it, though, she gets some weird messages from people. She already feels kind of weird about the situation. She also can't back out at that point because she signed those papers and didn't read them. So she can't back out anymore, but she is getting paid like really fucking well to do it. So she's like, I kind of don't really have that much of a choice, but it's a really weird job. And she just tries to like bury under her feelings, her moral quandary of the situation, under. And but she gets these weird messages while she's in transit with the man, who she originally calls Bernie because Weekend at Bernie's, you know, kind of funny. And they end up, these messages, they end up being from somebody who is like a whistleblower at the company and is like, this is not good, I need you to do something to make this stop because this is awful. They're lying to you. And she does find out through the process of everything that they are lying to her, that that the mother knows that her son is dead, but is not aware of anything that's going on here, does not know that he has this thing implanted in him, has no idea that they're running these tests with his body. And she makes it her mission then to get the body to his mother. Because she's now found out also that the contractor for these tests is actually a weapons manufacturer. And that was not what they said it was going to be. Not at all. No. And so now she's like, this is not good. Interestingly, though, this book is shifting point of view. So you have your point of view through Julia, who is uncovering all these things and taking the body across the country. And then also, it's a point of view of the body, who has very little memory of who he is or what's going on. And he seems to be in this sort of like nightmare world where there's blinding light and pain, and that's about it. There's a really good quote. I think I took some screenshots. Let me see. I took screenshots and showed them to Fraxie when I was reading. There's this really interesting part in it. I'm trying to see if I can find the one that I was thinking of. No. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get that one. But there was this like really interesting part where it's like all there is there's a blinding light, and the light is the only thing that promises that there is unending pain, and beyond that there's pain and more pain, and through everything there will be pain to work through and pain that will last forever and ever. Nothing is left but pain, and pain is you, and pain is me, and pain are all of we. Not that is not a quote, but that was basically what it was getting to. It was really interesting. So training the AI to be okay with taking life, training the AI to maneuver a dead body. We were not necessarily taking the life, but I think it was to maneuver the body and eventually to make super soldiers. So I guess before taking a life, a dead body taking a life, I guess. I guess so they can make more super soldiers. That's not terrifying. Oh, it's literally Weekend at Bernie's. Pretty much. Once she learns his name, she does call him by his own name. Oh shit, I forgot about that. I forgot to take off night, but I'll do that at the end. Hi, Bowsy, welcome in. Thank you for your blessings. But yeah, you can tell I really like this one because I'm not having to read the description. We'll sneeze one more time. I'll read the description. We'll do the thing. Okay. Meet Julia Fling, a 20-something-year former semi-professional gamer living with her retired uncle and working two jobs she doesn't like. Out of the blue, her estranged mother, a CFO of one of the world's largest tech companies, offers her a temp job with a payday Julia can't refuse. One sham interview later, she's offered a job to chaperone a man in a vegetative state, one with a proprietary AI implanted in his head, from California to the East Coast. To sum up in Julia's own words, you want me to remote control this dead dude across the country. In a word, yes, but he's not dead. Meet a middle-aged man who wakes up in a disorienting hellscape filled with monstrous grotesqueries. Worse than the fluid morphing reality in which he's trapped. He has no memory of who he is. He certainly doesn't remember getting the rabbit tattoo on his arm. He only knows that he must find a certain person. Who? He can't remember. Using a cell phone modeled after a video game controller, Julia fumblingly navigates the man she calls Bernie from the company campus and onto planes and through one of the largest airports in America, all while the man endures an ever-changing and worsening nightmare that offers clues as to who he was and who he must track down. And as their two lives intertwine, Julia and Bernie become unlikely allies and fugitives on a collision course with reality. Dead But Dreaming of Electric Sheep is a heady, horrific, genre-bending from one of the most groundbreaking voices in fiction today. Okay, well, that's one way to put it. But yeah, it was really good. I really liked it. I would recommend it. I always like a Paul Tremblay one. This one was a little... Now we're gonna give it a 5. This one was a little bit different than his normal stuff, where usually I think that he likes to do those ambiguous endings. Like, you guys remember the ambiguous ending that we had in Cabin at the End of the World. Those are his typical endings of all the books that I've ever read. This one was very, very, very explicit of what the ending was. So that was kind of cool. An interesting change of pace for him. But that's why I'm saying I think that he wrote this out of lingering feelings from this ongoing court case that he is involved in, where they are basically suing one of the larger AI companies to stop using author work to train their AIs. There we go. Yay! I don't have enough time to get into this one before the ads, but I can give you a little glimpse. But this is Bryn Weaver, the one who does the romance novels. You guys remember the romance novels, the ones with the serial killers, the romance novels about serial killers, and they're a little silly. They're a little silly, and then they're also sexy. They're very smutty. They're very smutty books. And like 16-year-old me would have been so into this. 30-year-old me is confused. Confused with how much I enjoy them. They're silly. They're dumb though. They're dumb. They're so stupid. You cannot take it seriously because it's not meant to be serious though. I'll read the description because I think there might be enough time for me to get through that. From the #1 New York New York Times bestselling author Bryn Weaver comes the second book of the devilishly steamy Seasons of Carnage trilogy, where a dark romantic comedy meets thrilling suspense, and where love is ripe for ruin. It's time to reap what you sow. There's no more way they were gonna get through this. Cape Carnage is blooming with secrets, and they're ready for harvest. But every time Nolan Rhodes digs one up, another grows in its place. Harper isn't who he thought she was. Arthur might be even more sinister than he first thought. And Sheriff Yates, the man is everywhere he turns. When true crime fanatics descend on the town looking for answers about the death of their leader, Nolan finds himself in the center of a search and rescue operation for missing people he knows are already dead. Cape Carnage teeters on the brink of chaos, and the harder Nolan tries to keep it together, the closer Harper comes to unraveling. Harper Starling has risked everything to bury her trauma in Cape Carnage, but now that Nolan has unearthed her past, her whole self seems ready to break apart. And who can she trust? The enigmatic man she's falling in love with? He came to kill her. The serial killer mentor she vowed to protect? He's becoming an unpredictable menace. The woman in the mirror? She might be the most dangerous of all. Loyalties are tested. Bonds are bent and to the breaking point. And love? That might be the deadliest trap of all. Really? We're gonna do that twice in a row? Okay, whatever. Harvest Season is a dark romance with mature themes. Please check content warnings at the beginning of the book. Tropes. Small town romance. Fish out of water. Grumpy versus grumpy. Forced proximity. He falls first. Touch her or him and die. Villain, ex-villain, brat tamer. The girl likes what she likes, okay? Alright, damn. Hi, Bowsy. Anyway, 5 stars, no notes. No, I'm just joking. It's not 5 stars. It's like one of those books that I'm embarrassed that I like because I shouldn't like it. I know we're adding right now. We're ads. I should stop talking about it. I read the other books by this author too. Their debut, I liked the debut of the last trilogy that they did. I kind of find like that first book to be like that's their first book. And I think that one's the best one that they've done out of all of the other ones. That one was just like really, you can tell they put time into that one. These other ones, I don't know. I feel like there's less time put into it. I would go into more detail on these books, but I feel like that would be against TOS. There's just a lot of murder and romance and Like, it has all of the romantic tropes that you see in modern contemporary romance. But then there's also murder. And somehow all these serial killers like know each other and stuff like that. They like got a fan club or something going on. It's kind of like streamers where they all kind of just know each other. Like, I mean the big streamers, you know what I mean? They're not like friends or anything like that, but like they're like, oh, this is a work colleague. That's what it feels like. And that's how she treats, even in this one, the serial killers sort of seem to, like, they don't always know each other, but they're like, oh, I know of your work. Big fan. Anyway, I'm gonna add a review for this one. And then I swear we have just one more. This one is getting a 4. Just a 4. Just a 4. I enjoyed it. I would read it again. Maybe. I enjoyed it more than I had fun with this one. I'm embarrassed by how much I liked it. That's why it gets a 4, is because I'm embarrassed by it. Okay, last book. This Is My Body by Lindsay King Miller. This is a debut, I believe. Let me find out for sure before I talk out of my ass. Ask a Queer Chick a Guide to Sex Love. Okay, so that's not fair. The Jewish Book of Horror. That is, she wrote short story for it. The Z Word. What is this? Oh, no. There's a couple. There's a couple. It read like a debut. That's why I said I think it was a debut. Sometimes, like, you get one and it's like, I still consider it a debut novel if you've only written short stories before that, or if you've only done fiction. If it's like your first adult novel, well, that is a debut novel to me. Even if you have other stuff going on. But it looks like they have other novels before this, which makes it even a little bit worse. This one I just finished, so you would think I would remember more about it. I hate the name dropping that we have here in the description. We'll go ahead and read it. A gripping, emotional, and darkly funny queer horror novel about a family trauma and possession for fans of Rachel Harrison and Catriona Ward, who are both authors that I typically like quite a lot. Gay single mom Bridget always thought that cutting ties with her extremist Catholic family was the best thing she could have done for her daughter Dylan, and for herself. But when Dylan starts having terrifying fits of unnatural violence, Bridget can't shake her memories of a girl from her childhood who behaved the same way, until Bridget's uncle, Father Angus, performed an exorcism. Convinced that her daughter is suffering from demonic possession, Bridget does the only thing she told herself she'd never do. She goes home. Father Angus is the worst person she knows, but he is the only person who can help her daughter. But as Bridget starts to uncover secrets about Father Angus, that long ago exorcism in her family past, she realizes that she and Dylan have never been in more danger. This Is My Body is a piercing journey into religious trauma and childhood shame, building towards a heart-pounding, twisty climax that will spin your head all the way around. Ha 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 ha. Exorcism joke in a book about exorcisms. Anyway, what did I think about this one? My critique on it, because you can tell that I have critiques, because I said that it reads like a debut novel. I think that a lot of the symbols in it were very heavy-handed, and I didn't particularly like the way that they were handled, where it just sort of felt ham-fisted. They were so obvious, and like and sometimes obvious symbolism is fine, but like in this case I feel like a little bit of subtlety would have gone a really long way with it. And I don't know if this is just like maybe not in this author's purview. It was gay, so that was kind of fun. There was a sex scene. That's not important though. I don't know. I don't know if it's just that I didn't really like the main character that much because she just sort of came across as stupid. And I think that's because it's like there was all these signals that she could have like got, but she like misses them all. And I don't know. I find that annoying too when the symbols are very obvious and the things that are going on are very obvious, and I as a reader can understand what's going on real quickly and I don't have to use much of my brain to like get there. When the character is just like, I don't know what's going on, I am an idiot and I sometimes forget how to breathe. That's like how it feels to me, and I'm just like, I don't like you now. You're like allowed to be a little stupid and a little blind for me, but like, I don't know. I just got really annoyed with it. And that might have been like my biggest complaint about it. And I think that I was just like expecting a little bit more. Especially like if you're going to like name drop some larger authors, at least be like those authors. No, I don't know. I know that a lot of publishers want you to do that, to be like, oh, who are your comps? That's comparables. But I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go ahead and add review. We don't need to talk more on it. We'll give it a 3. Because the 3 is I had fun with this, but I don't really want to go back to it. There are parts of it that I did really like and that was interesting. I think that what soured me on it is just that the character was too stupid. And then the I feel like what the author really needs to work on is just being a little more subtle, just a tiny bit, be a little more nuanced. You don't have to shove it into your audience's face. Like, your audience is, trust that your audience is smart enough to pick it up without you having to like put a red circle around. Like, you don't have to do the YouTube thumbnail red circle around everything. You know what I mean? To get people interested. We will be able to figure it out if you just write it out. You don't have to make it so obvious. And then it might actually be more fun. Anyway, there we go. And now we are all caught up. I'm reading currently The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher, one of my favorite authors. I read 34% of the book last night. It has a pretty high rating for horror. Horror always tends to be more close to the 3 mark. So, not bad. I'm having a pretty good time with it. It's a bit fictional, magical realism, horror, fantasy elements. You wanted to read this book? I like it. I like this one. But I always love T. Kingfisher stuff. There's never been a T. Kingfisher where I was like, that sucked. So, I haven't read her children's books, but there's that. That was a lot. How long did I go for? Just a little over an hour. Okay. Sorry. I promise we won't do an hour of book reviews again. we'll be back to doing like maybe 1 or 2 a week. Unless I get like super sick or, you know, travel plans make it so that it's difficult to like keep up with things. However, we do have a game to play today, which we will get into next. I did grab it over here. It's called Fortune Fragments. It is a you're basically a fortune teller, and you are guide. I guess it says you guide your customers' fates by reading their souls. It's a blend of visual novel, role playing, and hex tile based rune building set in a bustling modern fantasy city. I don't know, it looked interesting. So we're gonna try it out. You see, you build the runes, and I guess it tells you that you're supposed. I don't really know. I don't know what we're getting ourselves into, but it did look really cool. We're gonna give it a try. After a tiny break, because I'm gonna go get new water and get ready for it, and then switch everything over. I think I'm gonna have to PNG tube this one because I don't know, you can see the art here. That's like gameplay art. It might be okay. We could always try. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We can see what happens. But I might have to switch to PNG tube. But I made a new one based on my profile picture. So if I have to, it'll be interesting to see a new one. But this one just came out in June 24th. So it's a little under a month old. Okay. I will be right back. You guys go chill and everything. I'll also run ads at this time. But yeah, I'll be right back. Okay. I was just trying to check some stuff. Welcome back, everybody. You know what I have in my fridge that I just found? You know what I found in my fridge? You know what I found in my fridge? A monster. This bitch about to be caffeinated! Coca-Cola Light does not taste like Diet Coke. Just an FYI. It does not taste like Diet Coke at all. Oh man, this tastes so good though. Okay. I'm gonna go here. And then I'm gonna make it work. Truly the closest that we have is Coke Zero. But yeah, it's not quite the same. Okay. Game. Well, we can game audio. Game audio. Fortune Fragments. Game. Where's the game? Where's the game? Where's the game? The game's down here somewhere. Game. Fortune Fragments. Hey, look at it! Best streamer. A little loud. Maybe we turn it down just a little bit. Okay, I don't know if there's voice acting or anything, so we'll see. But this is the game, Fortune Fragments. It's kind of cool. I really like the art style. Thank you. And also, hey, it's working with this so far, so I'm pretty happy with that. There's options that has some stuff going on with it. Ooh. Input device automatic reading disabled for right now. Typewriter effects enabled. We'll see if that gets annoying or not. We know we can turn it down. We can even turn this down and even a little bit more, honestly, so I can hear myself think. Seems good. We have controls. We'll learn the controls as we go. I'm not too concerned about it, but yeah, let's see what we got. Are you new to Fortune Fragments play tutorial? Yeah, let's play the tutorial actually. Your first day as a fortune teller at Clear Castle. Cleaning the shop to an acceptable state took most of yesterday, but now it's done. After a good night's sleep, you are finally ready to start working. You peer at the bell in the front. You peer at the bell on the front door and wonder who will be your first client. This bell. How do people of Clear Castle feel about fortune tellers? Ooh, there's a bell. Ooh, I love bells. Suddenly, the bell makes a hopeful sound, and the door opens, but it's not a client, just the mailman who carries a letter and a package for you. Here's our letter. Nice. The letter is closed with a seal wax from the Fortune Tellers Guild. Whoa, am I here for a non-weekend stream? Can you believe it? I'm pretty surprised, actually. Hi, Fort. How are you? What you up to? What you doing? Oh, and also, time for dinner. Okay. Dirt, enjoy food. Have fun. You're working. That's good. But needed a mental break. Okay, sounds good. We're playing a game called Fortune Fragment. It just came out on the 24th of June, and honestly, really digging the art style. I think it's really beautiful. So far, that is what I think. But the letters of the close of the Foretellers Guild. Wow. Okay. To the foreteller at Market Street, Clearcastle. I hope this letter finds you well, and you have recovered from your journey. The foreteller's parlor should be suitable enough for your work. If you encounter any issues, please let us know. Remember to send reports regularly. The Foretellers Guild must be well informed, so that we can serve fate in the best way possible. Individual foretellers like you, placed in crucial locations, are our most valuable tool. Included in your parcel is a new scrying board. Get familiar with your tools before meeting your clients. Always keep the Foretellers Code in mind. Inspector J.M., Foretellers Guild. P.S. I know it's not easy to start alone in a new city. I too have once been in your place. My advice is to get to know the people of Clearcastle and to earn their trust. Good luck to you. If I played this, you would be a foreteller. Yep. That is true. The package is neatly wrapped in brown paper. Carefully, you take it out. The scrying board is beautiful maroon and velvet pouch, and the board is the foreteller's most powerful tool. And you know what is in the pouch: fragments, small stone tiles that, when skillfully combined, will reveal the secrets to your past, present, and future. You updated your name on your bank app. That's nice. You place the board on the table. Okay, so it's a hexagon puzzle that you have to, like, learn how to make the, runes. This is your soulstone. Okay. Seems good. Soulstones store your innate energy and can be used to power machines. Okay. Did I misread that? Yeah. A baker can use their soulstone to power an oven. You, as the foreteller, use your stone to power your scrying board. Okay, cool. This is a rune. The runes you build channel energy into information. Your runes are listed here in the journal. Got it. This rune is called the Hourglass. Seems logical. Your objectives are listed here. Complete them and gather the information and pass your reading. These are your fortune fragments. Cool. Pick up a fragment and place it on your board. Okay, so we got like this, and we can... Ooh, okay. It's just a piece of cold marble, but when connected to the soulstone, it becomes warm with energy. And you die when they break. Yeah, your soulstone. Don't break your soulstone, or you break your soulstone and you die in real life in the game. Okay. So then this one. No, I did want that one actually. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, so they have to be connected. I see. You can't just do them all willy-nilly. You gotta do it the way that it wants to. And then this one's our last one. Wow, we made an hourglass. When you're done, click on the bag and the fragments you have placed are locked in. Okay, so we finish. Reading complete. Yay. New draw. Who is coming? Don't know. Try building an hourglass again. Oh, okay, so we gotta do it on our own without the thingy. So we can go there. And then we go like this. But like that. And then we need this one. And we go here. And then, one here. No, wait. Corner. There. And then there. Great. Do you hear something? Click the bag to proceed. Okay. I guess I hear bells now. Reading complete. Hooray. Use the rune you earned. Do you hear the jingle of your doorbell? Oh, apparently. I guess I did hear a bell, huh? And don't lick it. It tastes terrible. Yeah, they put that stuff that they put on the Switch games. Remember how the Switch games taste terrible? Yeah. Oh, so we need to build it. Runes can be mirrored or built upside down. Okay, so we're gonna make it in a different way. Rune magic is not bothered by extra lines. Oh, interesting. The 3-line fragment can be used in multiple ways. Try building with the 3-lined one. So I have to start with that one then. Let's go that way. And then boop. And then boop. Boop. And then boop. And then boop. Wow, I'm so good. I'm like a really good foreteller, actually. Guys, get your lottery numbers now. Ask me for a lottery number. I'm gonna give you one, okay? You ready? $43. 43. That's your number. Go for it. I don't know how lotteries work. I like ice cream. That's good dirt. I'll get a pen and paper. I don't know how lotteries work. There's numbers though, right? How many numbers? Does anybody know these? I don't know. Does anybody play the lottery? I lost my entire life. No! I just ate some ice cream. I was gonna eat ice cream before stream. I didn't wake up in time. Thank you for the bits. Wow, it is a lucky number. Wow, it was lucky this whole time. 57 to have it around, go around. Yeah, okay, understandable. It's why all of the most of the channel point redemptions are 100, or like 100 is the least you can do, because Frexy told me it bothers him when his isn't like around 100. So then he would never like use the applause button. And so I was like, well, we'll make it 100 then. Who is the elderly lady? Build the kettle rune. Learn 2 new runes, the mountain and the kettle. Okay. Draw more fragments from the bag when you run out. Okay. So my assumption here is that I need to like get this over here. And then I can start this. And then we need this guy. And then we'll do like that. And then that. And then we'll get more to draw. Okay, and then that locks them in. You have a total of 5 draws to complete your objectives in the reading. Now you have 3 draws left. Alright, let's do this one. There. I did it. You send someone else coming too. Build the mountain rune. Okay, well we got this guy. Oh, right. We can do that. And then, boop. And then, boop, boop, boop. No. Boop. Boop, boop, boop. No. Boop. Too bad you get 1.2 channel points, so 12 instead of 10 when you are subbed to someone. Yeah. That is frustrating. You uncovered these truths in your reading. You saw an elderly lady. She's your landlady, Agatha. You also saw a troubled man in ragged coat. You don't recognize him. Get ready to meet your first client. The board feels familiar now. You saw 2 possible clients. It's a positive sign. Now you sit back and wait. Wow. Game save for Profile 1. Journal. Archive. Exit to menu. Save? Next customer. Okay. Agatha. Oh, you've already unpacked your things. This sure does bring back memories. Your landlady chatters while you let her into her shop. She's looking around, seeing what you've done with the place. The old woman seems friendly and bubbly. She does look cool. Look at her cool-ass shawl. Look at it. That's so. Look at her. The character design. Let's just take a good look at her right now. Look at her pretty face, and she's got like that the moles on her face, which are really nice, and she's got some aging lines there, which are great. But I love the collar of her outfit. She's got this apron going on, and that cane is awesome, and she, like, her nails are painted this like pretty gray color, and she has great hair. I'm sorry, I'm enamored by the art of this one. I think it's really good. And I also like the jewelry and the gold touches. It looks good. As a foreteller, remembering people is part of your job. You remember the landlady's name is Agatha and that she lives alone, but you don't know much else about her yet. So we get to say something. It's a very nice shop. Thank you again for letting me rent it. What was this shop before? Maybe we'll just do that. Oh, it's nothing. The shop is meant to be used. It's been a while since there's been a business here. I don't like prying. It feels like I'm prying. The cashews hurt my wisdom teeth that still need to come out. Good luck with that. I didn't get my wisdom teeth out until I was like in my late 20s. So do it before it gets too bad, is all I gotta say about that. Can I offer you a reading? Is there anything you need guidance with? Is there anything? Maybe. This could help you too, if we figure this out. You guide Agatha to the chair by the desk and sit down, seemingly relieved to rest her legs. I'm afraid there's a criminal lurking around these parts, a vandal, or perhaps some kids who have not been taught better. For months now, I've found this terrible mess at the doorstep, on the walls and in the yard around the shop. Trash, rotten fruit and such. No doubt it is on purpose. You don't think it's a raccoon, maybe? To think that someone would pull a prank on an old lady. Unfortunately, I have not been able to catch the culprit in the act. I see. Catching a culprit would help me as well. Perhaps a reading of the future could help us solve this problem. It's not a raccoon? May I have your soul stone for the reading? Don't break anybody's soul stone. Again, you break the soul stone in the game, you die in real life. I mean, they have to go through the flesh still. Only the bottom ones, though. Okay. I used to take like a shot of whiskey, like a mini shot, and like I just like take like a sip in my mouth, and then I'd like tilt my head back like this, and I go ah, and I would numb the back of my mouth for my when my wisdom teeth were bothering me. Do not lick another person's soul stone. Yeah, they taste bad. We already talked. Don't lick soul stones. But do not lick other people's soul stone without their consent. If they say you can, then I mean, who am I to say? Maybe you like that awful flavor. Whiskey, yummy, exactly. But also, it would numb the flesh there for a little bit. Or at least I'd be. I didn't drink much, and I mean I still don't drink much. I'm a lightweight, is what I'm trying to say. So it would make me at least not care so much that my mouth is in pain. Yes, here. Do be careful with it. Agatha reaches into her purse and hands you a stone with a shaky hand. It's a delicately carved stone piece with the symbols of the Temple of Fate. Ooh, it is pretty. You place the piece on your scrying board and begin the reading. Boop. Alright. Who is the Vandal? This reading has a score goal. Gain at least 45 points to unlock all the information you need. Okay. 4 points and 3 points. Okay, so these are worth 4 points. These are worth 3 points. Each fragment used follows this. Alright. Fragment score is multiplied by the rune multiplier. More complicated runes have bigger multipliers. Makes sense. Well, I wish that it would tell me. I mean, we could try it for a big one. No? Oh, okay. Right. What do people get out of bullying an old woman? Who's to say? Who's to say, Agatha? I'm wondering if we could do like this. I'm gonna do like that. So am I supposed to do like multiple, do you think? I don't know. I'm trying to, I don't really... Yeah, let's do a new draw. We're pretty close. I'm just wondering if I do like... Wait, hold on, I'm trying to figure out how this works then. Oop. 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 Yeah. Okay. You hear the sound of something hitting the wall. Agatha runs outside and sees a bird fly away. The crow has pieces of trash stuck to it. It's the culprit. Oh, okay. So, not a raccoon. I was pretty sure it was going to be a raccoon. It's a crow, though. What's the crow other than a raccoon of the sky? Yum. You uncovered these truths in your reading. In a vision, Agatha sees a huge bird fly away. It's a crow with a piece of trash stuck to its claw. You found the culprit. Offer help to Agatha with cleaning. Advise Agatha to hire professional cleaners. Let's offer help. I found the culprit of the trash pranks. It's a crow. Seems like a smart one. Is that so? Oh, that's a little bit mixed up. That was me saying that, I believe. Agatha mutters and looks down at her hands. She seems to get deeper in thought for a moment. I can't change the future I've seen, but we can clean the mess for now and keep an eye on the bird. Maybe I can drive it away next time. I might be new here, but it's also my shop. I'll gladly help with the cleaning. You offer with your best charming smile. It seems to work. Hold on, let me practice my smile.
Terrifying. Absolutely horrifying.
Do you think that would win her over? Well, it won you over, so. You offer your best charming smile. It seems to work, and she lifts her eyes back up. I'm not used to asking for help, but you might be right. I am getting old, and you're not gonna clean all that up by yourself. I'll ask people around. All right. It's settled then. I'm helping this lady. Thank you for being my first client. It's nothing. Thank you. She gets up from the chair and you hear her rambling something on her way out the door. It's refreshing to see some young people still remember that soul stones are what soul stones are really for. Oh, are people doing bad things with their soul stones? Jinx foretold. Jinx, you're a foreteller!
Thanks for 40K. You're so slow.
Yay, we got a new rune unlocked. The eye. The eye is a traditional foreteller symbol. It reminds young foretellers to not look with their eyes, but with their mind's eye. Wow. Save the parlor's reputation. Personal quest. The foreteller's parlor has an eerie reputation. Get to know your landlady Agatha and figure out the mystery surrounding the parlor. That's fun. So, like, I guess all of your people have... This is kind of like the other one that we played for a little bit, only maybe less childish so far. They be licking them soul stones. Deplorable. I know. The Forteller's Guild wants me to gather new clients. I should get to know unique clients from that. Find out more about the mysterious crow. Okay. Fun. Let's get our next customer. The next day, the Forteller's parlor is as quiet as the first one. The clients have not started putting in no matter how hard you stare at the door. I mean, you kind of need to do more than just... Okay, well, don't worry. Agatha told you that the shop has been empty for a while. Maybe the people of Market Street haven't noticed your business. There's no easy answers. You just have to make a name for yourself through word of mouth. The bell on the door jingles. Oh. Hi. Okay.
What do they call that? Is that it?
Oh, yeah, that's yeah. Oh, he's hot. He's hot. Yeah, he is. Okay, all right. A broad older gentleman with heavy steps walks in the shop, clearly a working man. Yes, he is clearly something. That arm, I know, right? That arm. Like, he like a blacksmith, maybe? I don't know, he's got like an apron of a blacksmith sort of thing. Also, look at the little metal clip, the bit here on his shirt. I don't know, that's kind of cool. He's wearing a fucking scrunchie though, and I don't know how I feel about that other than, I mean, it's better for your hair. Maybe he's a falconer. Ooh, that's a good point. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Clearly a working man. You catch the scent of iron and smoke as the door closes behind him. I think I might be right. What are we gonna say? Welcome to the $4 parlor, sir. How may I help you? Come in. There we go. You one of them fortune tellers? Yes, sir. Please have a seat. Do you have a problem that a reading can answer? The man calmly walks up to the table and sits in the chair. He makes it look small. Yeah, he does. I've been wondering, the work isn't going as smoothly as it used to. My wife keeps telling me I should take a vacation, but... Oh, your wife. Oh, okay. Doesn't stop me. I don't know. They could be poly. We don't know. We could. Maybe they. Yeah, they could swing. I could swing. What do you do for work, sir? What a lucky woman. Smithing. Haha. All kinds of heavier metal work you can't get from a factory. What seems to be the problem? The forge won't light. Oh. His wife might be hot too. Exactly. Blacksmiths use their soul stones to power their forge. Long gone are the days when a simple fire heated metal for shaping. New technology is more efficient. However, not just anyone can put their soul stone into the forge to light it. Each soul stone is unique. Yes, we know that. Okay, yep. And what's your name, sir? Matthias. Hi, Matt. Nope, Matthias. Okay. This reading, how much does it cost? My services are privately funded. You do not need to pay a thing. Ooh, that's nice. The foreteller's code dictates that all fortune teller services must be free to their clients. This way, the price won't influence the teller's advice or allegiance to the guild. All foretellers get their rewards straight from the guild. Huh. Very well, Matthias. I'm going to need your soul stone for the reading, and we'll find out what fate has to say. Matthias hands you his stone. It's clearly self-made metal coin with a blacksmith's hammer and pressed into the surface. Yeah, it looks neat. There we go. We put it on. Create a connection. What is wrong? This is a connection task. Build a tile line to connect Matthias' soul with the soul stone to the forge. Okay. So we're trying to get here. Okay. We could do that. Let's... Maybe we'll start off with... this one. We'll get a new draw. And then... I'm going for that one. But it's not a good one. I'm never out a bad place for it. I can kind of do it here. Hold on. When I get there. Maybe this is a better... Cause I think, like... I'm trying to get here. I'm just curious. I mean, we can just do that. We made the connection. Can you see more? You see the forge cold. Matthias places the soul stone in a socket in the forge. Okay. I'm trying to go for an eye one though. Faint power surges. The surge power is not enough. Matthias is drained, defeated. Maybe he just needs a nap. Maybe he needs the company of a fortune, of someone to accompany him and his wife. You know, to rekindle things. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. You uncovered these truths in your reading. You see the moment in time Matthias places his soul in his soul stone in the socket in the forge, but its soul energy is not enough to power it. Tell him to rest. Tell him to stay strong and keep trying. We're gonna agree with his wife. We know better. It seems your current soul energy is not enough to power the forge. This is a difficult situation. Matthias listens with a concerned expression. I suggest taking a break, as your wife said. After a while, your motivation might rekindle, and you might be able to light the forge again. Matthias nods. You might be right. It won't hurt to take a little break and spend some time with the family and whatnot. Yeah, you spend time with your family. Please come again if your problem persists. course it's going to, and we'll get to see him again. To Inspector J.M. I've arrived at the foreteller's parlor in Clear Castle and started serving my first clients. The new scrying board is working wonders. My first client was my landlady, Agatha. A reading told me a local crow was making a mess of her building. I volunteered to help. My second client is an elderly blacksmith. Elderly? Okay, alright, fortune foreteller person. We need to have a conversation about what constitutes elderly. Man has gray hair. That's all that's going on over there. That's all that's... The rest is elderly? Okay. My second client was a hot as hell zaddy of a blacksmith. Matthias, and he who has had trouble lighting his soulstone forge. I advised him to take a break. These are my first reports. I'll continue to update you on future clients and important events. The elderly. Okay, alright, fine. Children making games, apparently. That's our archive. Let's go ahead and save. Ooh. Yeah, you can save there. What time is it? Oh, we're doing great. Gray hair equal elderly. My ass. Fuck off with that. The rest of the day gets more hectic. I gather by that logic, I'm on my deathbed true. I'm going to the cinema once again. Ooh, have fun. What are you gonna go see? Speaking of cinema, don't forget on Saturday we're watching Project Hail Mary in the Discord server. And you want to see it if you haven't already seen it. And even if you've already seen it, you're gonna want to see it again because it was a good movie and you want to see it again, and I can tell. Because I've already seen it and I want to see it again. I can't wait. I'm excited. Oh! Highway, you reached a 3-stream streak. I didn't see that. Did it not pop up? Anyway, welcome in. I'm glad you're here. Did it? I don't know why it didn't come up for me. Did I really miss it? Was I bet into the game? I don't know. Well, anyway, thank you for the streak. Last time Discord hated me with the sound with Rocky. You still wanna do there? You wanna be there? You wanna have fun? It's gonna be great. The rest of the day gets more hectic. Agatha has gathered a group of neighbors and friends to help with the cleaning of the building. Everyone seems in good spirits and willing to help. Nice. You spent the afternoon scrubbing off a spoiled fruit from the windows and brick walls. The work is tiring but rewarding. The shop looks a lot more inviting afterwards. Thank you, everyone. Good work. Come have a cup of coffee and some sweetbread for your efforts. Nice. You return to the shop smiling with a sweet treat in hand. You're settling to eat at your desk when the doorbell makes a sound. A stranger walks in. Ooh, he's got fashion. Look at this fashionable man. What is up with this hat, though? Fashionable person. A stranger walks in. Well, they said man. Well, he's a young man with straight posture and sharp eyes. He looks around, intrigued. Ooh, welcome to the foreteller's parlor, sir. How may I help you? He doesn't answer right away, looking instead around the shop before mumbling. It is a curious shop. I thought this place was abandoned before the recent uplift of the facade. I have indeed come with a request. You are the new fortune teller? I am. Please have a seat. What's your name, sir? My name is... Basil. What is it you would like my help with, Basil? I have recently met I've met a fine maiden. Okay, alright, okay, buddy. She is gorgeous and funny and kind-hearted. At first look at her, my heart was struck. Okay. She file. Since then, I've not stopped thinking about her every day and night. I think I should tell her how I feel, but I don't tend to get nervous, but this time I feel different. I would like to know if she'll accept my feelings. I do not wish to bother her. Aww. Very well. May I have your soul stone, and we'll find out. Basil hands you his soul stone. The intricately pressed coin portrays a young king of Clear Castle. It's a common type of stone for the coin class, who are class citizens. Fun. Wow. Aspects are colored zones in the board. Building runes in an aspect zone unlocks information from a specific point of view. Objectives with the light brown background are optional. Completing them is not mandatory to pass the reading, but they will gift you useful information. Missing a fragment you need? Use discard. Ooh, I got a discard now. Select up to 6 fragments with the right click and discard. Click discard. You can discard 3 times per reading. The tiles you discard are returned to the pouch and replaced with new ones. Helpful. Okay. Is the woman Basil fancies interested in him? Is Basil hiding something? Check the duty aspect. Oh. Okay. Right. Okay. No. Okay. Okay, new draw. Thanks for the lurk. Get that one up. And then No, this one's not good either. I'm doing a little bit of a... It's a little helpful. No. No! That's unfortunate. Oh, I can go from here still. Haha. That's fine. Okay. I will figure that out. We can discard. Okay. We can keep going a little bit though. Oh no. Hold on a minute. What if we did this? No. Doesn't work. There we go. Okay. I got there in the way and at the end. She'll respond to Basil's feelings in kind. Their romance is forbidden because of their families. Oh. So what we found out. The board has answered your question with a vision from the future. When Basil confesses his feelings to this woman, she will accept them. Tapping into the duty aspect revealed that the romance is forbidden because of their family backgrounds. So I can either tell Basil the good news, the woman he fancies will fancy him back, or tell Basil that the woman he fancies will fancy him back, also warn him that their romance is forbidden. Yeah, we're very honest foreteller. Basil swallows nervously and stares at the board in anticipation. You may approach the lady without worry. She will accept your feelings and return them in kind. Hi, Adonis. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you for your blessings. However, I must warn you that the romance will be condemned by the people around you. The young man closes his eyes with a sigh of relief. A somber smile rises to his face as he looks back up, eyes gleaming. Thank fate. I'm lucky to have her love. They can't stand in our way. There's a place for us. Basil stands and shakes her hand with a firm grip. I shall tell her. I'll make it a perfect confession. She will love it, I'm sure. Oh, we will defy all the odds. I can already see it. I wish you good fortune. I wish good fortune to you both. Alright. To the foreteller at Market Street, Clear Castle. I'm glad to hear you've settled at the foreteller's parlor and that the tools we provided you are serving you well. It is the guild's best interest to keep the facade of the foreteller's parlor clean. Keep an eye open for the vandalizing bird in the future. I'll make note of your first encounter with the blacksmith. Okay, alright. Thank you for your first reports. We wish for you to continue these reports and reveal us any and all prudent information as you find during your readings. The problems of the sticks and pebbles may seem small, but small steps make long journeys on the path of fate. Okay. Inspector J.M. Foreteller's Gift. P.S. Good to hear the landlady Agatha is still around. Nice. Who's dead in a crypt from poison? To the foreteller of the parlor. Thank you for helping with cleaning today. The building looks good as new now. I hope you get more clients soon, Agatha. Wow, nice. I need to know more clients, and then we'll get this. So we're doing our thing, and we're doing this thing, and then I have to find the crow still. These are our clients. Wow, we have 3 now. No, is this a place for me to put notes? No, that's just notes that would show up. Okay. He's married, unfortunately, and he's apparently elderly. She could be elderly, but she looks too young. She just has white hair. And then some information on this. There's a monarchy. Ooh, scrying. Oh, yeah, that's what we've been doing. Shut up. Oh, hey! They were telling us the foreteller's code. Alright, because I didn't know it before. Do not speak of the foretellers. Whoops. Report to your circle. Okay. Serve the grand plan of fate. Do we know what the grand plan of fate is? Okay. Serve every client. No. Okay. Do not charge for your services or accept bribery. Promote peace, rationality, and enlightenment. Note that it does not say that we have to be honest. Let's do another customer. Have to go. Bye, Dirt. Thank you for coming in. Love you. Have a good rest of your day. A beautiful day in Clear Castle. It's the weekend, so the city seems even livelier than when you arrived. Now you can see all kinds of folk pass by the market street. Only too bad no one has entered to shop yet. Everyone seems to be having a relaxing day shopping. Is shopping relaxing? Because I don't think it is. Finally, a bell jingles and in bursts a young couple hand in hand. Aw, they're cute. He's something. Wow. Okay. Hand in hand. Had to take a quick shower. Did you miss anything? No, we're just fortune telling. It's a fun game, though. The man is dressed in fancy, colorful clothing. Yes, he is. He looks like he could be part of the higher class. Maybe a coin or a jewel. The woman, on the other hand, is dressed much more plainly. Maybe they just have different styles. In Clare Castle, the material of a person's soul stone is tied to their social class. At the bottom of the class hierarchy are the sticks and pebbles, the soul stones made of wood and stone. After them comes the coin and jewel classes, and on top of everyone is the Sinettes. They are those who have no soul stones, who fall outside the system entirely. Because they don't fucking have to work, so why do they need a soul stone? Here, this is going to be fun, trust me. Are you sure it's not proper to visit The young woman stops mid-sentence when she notices you. Even when she's weirded out, she doesn't want to seem rude. Okay. Look at all this stuff. I bet this one's the real deal. Welcome. Raises. Yep. See, Amelia? They even look like a real fortune teller. Okay, Julian. Amelia looks around nervously, but her hesitation doesn't seem to bother Julian. The fine lady Amelia and I are here for a reading to peer into the romantic voyage that is to be the rest of our long lives together. Do you think one of them's gonna die? We're on our first date. Oh, maybe your last one. Oh, a romantic reading to a couple. I'm glad to assist. In that case, let's read your compatibility. Thank you. Oh, this is exciting. Julia's stone is a rose quartz jewel. Amelia's, on the other hand, is a simple handcrafted piece. They both got little hearts, though. That's kind of cute. Tragically short, long life. One can hope. Oh, okay, so now we have aspects for both of them. And then if we can see more, we'll see in the in-between. Strange, the board is divided in two. Is it? Beautiful craftsmanship. Okay, thank you. Ooh. What's that do? What's that? Oh, it gives me a hint. I didn't need that. Okay. I think I'd rather do this. Oh, okay. I thought that those were... She's good to go. We'll do a simple one for him. Not because he annoys me or anything. Why would you think that? that didn't work. Nope. Here we go. Okay. Prospect of romance makes Julian anxious despite how he seems. Makes Julian anxious despite how he seems. Amelia likes Julian. What? Julian is not ready for a relationship. Amelia also has feelings for someone else. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. Tell them that they are perfect for one another. Lie. Julian becomes more delusional. Tell them that they don't seem compatible. Julian becomes more self-aware. Well, we said we would be honest. The future for Julian and Amelia doesn't seem bright. You decide it's just best to tell them the truth, even if it will ruin the date. I've turned your energies and drawn upon them side by side. I must tell you, you are not a great match. Well, that can't be right. Maybe tune some more. Julian, it's alright. Surely there's something wrong with the board. I've had a wonderful time today, Julian, but I think that Tyler is probably right. I just have a lot going on right now. Oh, Amelia, I didn't know you felt that way. It's not your fault. The couple sits there in silence for a bit. Julian looks lost, trying to find answers from Amelia's expression. I'll walk you home. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I ruined your date. No, it's fine. You did your job. Let's go. I wish you good fortune? Thanks. To Inspector JM. The building was well cleaned recently, and it seems to be attracting more people for now. I've served 3 new clients. My 3rd client is a young man, Basil, who wanted to find out if his feelings for a certain lady would be reciprocal. Okay, I found out that the lady feels the same way about Basil. I also found out their relationship is forbidden by other people. A couple on their first date, Julie and Amelia, visited for a reading. I told them they weren't a great match. And sent. New title unlocked! New title just dropped! Wow! 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 Look at that one! That one's like a... Looks like the... It does look... It is similar to the puzzles from Warframe. I don't love those puzzles. That's why I have the thingies that make it so that you skip them, and I might craft them on a loop. I just sit there and watch a YouTube video for like an hour and just every 5 minutes craft a new one. New rune unlocked! Wow, 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 wow. It is a trident. Amazing. Okay. The trident. The trident is a symbol of conflict, including internal struggles. Continue. I'm having a good time. I don't know. Ooh, curious and down to earth. Amelia enjoys baking and long walk. How did I learn all this about her? She sparked the interest of multiple bachelors on Market Street. Okay, yeah. That's good to have this information on there. Enthusiastic, idealistic, and deeply emotional. Hopeless romantic. Yep, that sounds about right. Fun. I kind of like the timing-based hacks where the marker ping-pongs when you click. Oh, yeah. That one's kind of fun. I just don't like that there's like a bit of a time crunch on them, and then I get all anxious, and then I do badly because I'm anxious. It's like tests in school again. The time tests, oh. The anxiety of those, oh. Time. Yep. We'll do another one. It's a new day in your fortune teller's shop. Cool. You didn't get any clients that morning. The city woke up around you and continued walking past your shop at a brisk pace. You startled when the bell on your door suddenly jingles. Caleb. If his hair was a little more red. And he needs more scarves. Do you think he smells bad? In steps a disheveled-looking young man with a long coat and messy hair. He looks tired, like perhaps he hasn't slept. He hadn't slept last night. Okay, is that like a thing that people don't regularly do or something? Good, you're open. I need your help. The man's voice is quick and shaky, like he's in a hurry and rattled by something grave. Maybe it's cocaine. The man's... Oh. Welcome. Okay, are you okay? You guide the man to the fortune teller's table and wait for him to sit down first, then you take the seat across the table. His eyes pan the shop, hands fiddling with the trim of his coat. Again, maybe the issue is cocaine. Finally, he takes an unsure look at you. I have been having visions, glimpses of the future before they happen. It happens when I'm near someone's soul stone and I can see it. Not every time, though. Does this coincide when you've had, maybe not cocaine, but other drugs? You blink in surprise, but try to keep your face neutral and friendly. Only a fortune teller can see the future. Even someone with innate talent for it wouldn't see anything about training in the guild. The man in front of you must be a fraud, or maybe deranged, or on drugs. What kind of things do you see? Small things, bigger things. I see a boy riding a bicycle is going to break a tire, and then a few seconds pass and it happens. Or the time I saw a bird fly into a bakery, and it did. Sometimes I can warn the person. One time I saw that a waiter at a restaurant was going to slip and fall. I warned him so he didn't spill the food. You nod, listening intently. What he's telling you is making you feel conflicted. The man must be lying, but the stories match your own experiences. To find answers to specific questions or see anything in detail, a foreteller needs a scrying board and fragments, but sometimes by just seeing or touching someone's soulstone, you can get a small glimpse. But sometimes there's bigger things. I see that a person is going to do something awful and I can't stop them. The people won't listen to me. The man lets out a deep sigh and his eyes sink to the floor. A silence falls between you as you're gathering your thoughts. You don't believe me either. I must admit it's difficult to believe. It's not that, sir. I mean, this is a rare situation. Why can't I be somewhere in between? I don't know. We said we'd be honest. You're struggling a bit to put your customer service face back on and get out of your own personal feelings on the matter. If this man is a fraud, your duty as a fortune teller, as a foreteller, is to assist him. He still is your client, and first and foremost. Besides, there's a slight chance that the man is telling the truth. It would be unwise to turn him away. There is a test I'd like to try if you're willing. It would prove your talents are of the same nature as my own. I'll put my soul stone on the scrying board and we'll both try to read it. In theory, we should both be able to find a common future. You're not experienced, so it might be difficult to force a vision. It'll probably just be a quick flash. If anything, try to catch some detail if you can. His face clears, he nods and looks more focused as he listens to your instructions. You realize you didn't ask the man's name. My name is Leo, by the way. Hi, Leo. He looks a little happier now. Nice to meet you, Leo. We should pick a moment in the very near future so it's easier for you to see, and find a detail that's out of both of our hands. I would suggest you try to see who my next customer will be. This seems tricky. I've never done it on purpose before. What if I don't see anything? There's no pressure. We can still try other things. You place your soulstone on the board. My soulstone is pretty as fuck. Look at that thing. It's gorgeous. There we go. There's my soulstone. Okay. Hint. You can combine runes. Tiles with overlapping runes get a bonus multiplier. The more runes combined, the bigger the multiplier bonus. Okay. Cool. Well, we are restricted a little bit to in here. Let's get this one though. Daytime people walking by. You just hear the usual noises from the street. Look deeper. Great. My bad. See if we get something better than that. Not really. Come on. Bap. That's this one. I couldn't figure out what I was looking at. I see it now. Right? So like that. And then like that. And then like that. There we go. Ooh, we get more now. Okay. Create a connection. Leo sees a glimpse of your soul. The door opens, you can't hear anything. The door opens, but you can't hear any footsteps, okay? Leo sees create a connection. Hmm. Okay. So if we get rid of all these, we can actually get there. So let's discard those. I think I want to go like that. Maybe that. Oh, that opens this up too. Okay. Right, okay. I, for some reason, thought I was like... Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get rid of this one, actually. No, okay. Am I not trying to do that anymore? Okay. My back. Is it working? We back. Oh my god. Okay. Thank God. Sorry about that one. It wouldn't let me do the thingy to try to make it fix it. We back. Okay. All good, all good. Anyway, we found out these truths from this reading. You see a bird hop on your desk. It's a huge crow and it's carrying a soul stone in its beak. You have seen the same future as Leo. Ooh. During the reading, a thin circle of your soul aspect was drawn on the board. Leo was able to get a glimpse of your nervousness. Wow. Leo is telling the truth about his gift. That's the only thing that we can do. Wow, look at him. He's so strong and crazy and wow. It's true. I see the crow too. You passed the test. Leo takes a deep sigh and relaxes dramatically in his chair. Nice. Wow, that was nerve-wracking, to be honest. I even doubt it myself. You smile even though you're feeling even more nervous now than before the reading. Although there is still a chance that we're both wrong. My predictions are always right. You'll see. Wow, okay, I'm cocky. What's your advice? What should I do about the visions? Leo's not a foreteller, yet he can see the future and even gives people advice. The consequences of that could be very, very bad. For now, I want you to try not to give anyone advice, even if it is to help them. I'm going to need some time to think about your situation to figure out how best to help you. Leo has a face that tells you he'd rather be helping people than not, but he doesn't say anything to object. When should I visit again then? You should attempt a vision every morning with your soul stone to see if I'm ready to advise you further. If you don't see anything for a week, then you may return on your own. Nice. I'll see you in a week then, if not earlier. Thank you. Bye, Leo! You go see things with your brain eye or whatever. After a while, the true colors of the situation are becoming clear to you. A foreteller's duty is to guide people along the proper path of fate, but Leo is not trained. He can't see the different paths. You must inform the foretellers so that they can do something about him. Okay. I have encountered a strange client. This man Leo claims to be clairvoyant. I tested him, he passed my test, but there has to be something suspicious going on. I tested him and he seemed to pass my test, but he was probably just lucky. What should I do? I don't want to say he's suspicious. He seems like a nice guy. Let's go with that one. You go see things with your brain eye is one of those rare sentences you're never entirely sure you heard correctly. Yep, brain eye. Let's send this one off. To the foreteller at Market Street, Clear Castle. Basil's relationship with the lady may be worth looking into if either of them is an influential person of interest for us. You may want to be careful when telling bad fortunes to clients. Happy clients are more likely to return, but so do clients with problems worth solving. Thank you for your reports. Keep gathering new clients and reporting on their readings. Yay. Thank you so, this is Basil. Thank you so much for your help the other day. I have great news. I confessed my feelings, and she says she feels the same way. I think I'm the happiest man in the world. I must plan our next date soon. Ladies love flowers, right? Wish me good fortunes. Yep, I shall do that. Wow. Find out my client's secrets. I shall do that. That's the plan, anyway. Okay, we're just at the 3-hour mark. I think we could do like one more. And then I'll give you final
Pills
thoughts
here.
on this. Ooh. Okay. Wow, we're late. Wow, we're late. Wow, we're really, really late. Shit. Everybody take your meds. Don't be late like me. I'm doing a 37.5 of the one. Whoops. Yeah. Instead of 75, I'm doing a half of it. Okay. You're quite certain in your abilities as a fortune teller. You are quite certain in your abilities as a fortune teller. But could a crow really be your next customer? Could one even have a soul stone? Maybe if they are like a person who is wearing a crow, you know, crow people. People, they turn into animals sometimes, surely. Painting a stone to a person requires specific rituals. Here in Clear Castle, the Temple of Fate sees over the coming of age ceremonies of gay. And I think a bird can go through all that is utterly ridiculous. Well, it is a crow though. Those they're pretty smart. Those ones. You're rummaging through all of the no. Here come there's a crow. He seems to be wearing a coat. You startle and step back, surprised to be and in disbelief that you once again acknowledge that your predictions are never wrong, no matter how strange. It's a crow, a real crow, with a hexagon-shaped bottle cap in its beak. The bird drops the bottle cap on the scrying board. Welcome to the Fortune's Parlor. How may I help you? Kaka. Yes, Kaka. Oh, fate. Alright, I guess we're gonna do this. Ooh, everything's really pretty. Why are there no hexagonal bottle caps? I feel like they would be so much easier to twist. You got a point. Okay. What do I have? Get a new draw. Wow. Okay. Nah, I don't like that one so much. No, actually, I could do. If I do like this, and then I go. Yeah. Okay, this is the last one. Just thinking that maybe there might be a way to get something else here, but I don't think there is. So I don't think we'll get the. We can see what happens if we don't get all of them 100 out. The crow doesn't feel any obligations towards anyone. Someone here used to feed the crow. We didn't get the soul aspect. We can try again. Let's retry. So this thing is an exact science after all. Exactly. Maybe if we try starting up here instead, and we'll go with that A frame again. Just because I kind of like it. No. I actually prefer not to waste. Let's just do another draw. Okay. I just like it. I didn't like it. Okay, I think I'm just not good at this one. No way we're gonna get anything out of that, but... Well, we'll find out what this one is. You uncovered these chosen reading. Sometimes the crow is lonely. Alright, so that was kind of like useless. We're retrying again. Retrying and that was useless. Okay, that's fine. Don't worry. It's gonna be... We're gonna get it. And it's gonna be fine. Let's see if we can get a more complicated one, actually. Sorry, I'm quiet. I'm gonna get there. Here we go. That's acceptable. Yeah, we're not gonna get there, but hey, we got close. We got the important things though, and we know what that one is. They're lonely. Who cares? We're all lonely sometimes, right? We'll bring the food for the crow. I've seen your memories, and someone here used to feed you, but they're no longer here. Caw. The bird seems to agree. You're once again in belief of your own abilities. You actually managed to communicate with the bird. If I start feeding you, will you stop making a mess outside? Agatha is very displeased with that. Caw. You're not sure, but again, it looks like the bird understands. You go back to in the back room and fetch some old bread. Maybe feed the bird more pleasing better things for their diet. Bread's not really good for birds. But yeah, he's eating it. What do you say when someone does something nice for you? We'll just pet the bird. Caw-caw. New title unlocked! Wow! New rune unlocked also! Wow! The grasshopper. Why ancient foretellers chose to name this rune a grasshopper is not known. Because it looks like grasshopper legs. But modern scholars connect it to the following instinct and taking leaps of faith. Neat! Anyway, lots of things to go with on this. We still only have the 3 quests, but I think that they will come about. Yeah, it's kind of good. It moves at a nice pace, I think. You have all the characters. It's really, like, well... the art is really nice. And the puzzles are fun and complicated, and they're not easy. Like, that was my complaint about the one that was kind of similar to this, that was, like, visual novel, but you had to, like, do, like, a little puzzle thing in between to, like, figure things out, was that the puzzles were obviously made for children. And these puzzles are at least complicated enough that, like, I mean, like, I'm not the greatest to begin with, but, like, they're complicated enough that you're not gonna, like, 100% all of them right away. We're in the first beginning things of it, and I'm still, like, I struggled with the crow one. So yeah, no, I think that it's complicated enough to, keep intrigue. And so, like, you kind of want to keep playing. Like, I wanted to keep playing to try to figure out what was the best course of action with the bird, and ended up playing that level, what, 3 times? So, I don't know. Yeah, I like it. It's good. It's good game. It's good game. But yeah. Hold on. Let's save. I'm gonna save there. And then exit to menu. And there we go. Pretty cool game. And there's a sandbox mode too, if you just want it to, like, fuck around with making runes, you could. You could just do the puzzle bits. You don't have to do the game mode. Because the puzzle itself is actually just fun to do. And play with the shapes and stuff like that. That's kind of cool. Okay, we'll exit to main menu. And quit game. And browser. But yeah, it's not showing the thing very well. I don't think I got this one ready. We didn't. Yeah, I didn't, but you can still see it. This is the game Fortune Fragments. It is on Steam right now. It is there's a free demo if you want to try it out. You definitely could. I recommend it. It looks like it's a lot of fun. But there it is. It's 15.99 euros. So if you wanted to play it, you definitely could. I did like it. I like it. It seems like a lot of fun. There's obviously some characters here who we have not met yet, but maybe we'll play more of it in the future. I don't know. I had fun. If we ever just need something chill to do, we could. But yeah, I thought it was a good time. What did you guys think? What do you think? Did you like it? Yeah, the game seemed fun. Yeah. I mean, it's not gonna be the most exciting gameplay ever because it's just a puzzle game. But for the most part, I think that it's a fun little game. Something that's like a little relaxing. It's not something that I could see myself sinking hours and hours and hours into, but I definitely think I could put some time into this. Fun little puzzle game, yeah. Not too bad of a price, I think. I don't know what that would be in USD, but 15, it's a little bit expensive, but that's just because I am cheap and poor. But definitely something you could put on your wish list. Something you put on your wish list and see if it ever goes on sale. Don't trust on the summer sales anymore though, because holy shit, that was a joke and a half. But again, there's a demo, so if you want to try out the demo and see what it's like, you definitely could. And yeah, I'm gonna play a little more of it. I could see myself playing it when I just wanted something to do to get my mind a little bit working on something different. Very chill, and cute, and pretty. It's a pretty game. Let's see, this is Runoi Games. This is the only game they've ever made. I'm impressed. And according to, because Steam makes you disclose if there is any AI use in it. When I did the initial research, it was no AI. So, but it does tell you about all the. If you want to check out the. If you want to check out the game, I'm gonna put it in there. I put this in the Discord too, but you can see more about the different characters that you might come across if you were to play the game. And then also I'll post it in the Discord again if you guys want to check it out just to get the demo or to add it to your wish list or even buy it. That would be cool. Yay! This ends that portion of today's stream. Contractually obligated to play a game, but I still really liked it, so thanks again to them and Keymailer for being in existence and making it so that I can sometimes get new and interesting games to try out. Alright. That's the stream, guys. I don't got anything else. Next 2 days are my off days, which are also my work at home days because I am not ready for book club, and I need to get ready for book club. Oh my god, I'm usually more prepared. But Pow World. Pow World. I know it's a little bit of a shorter stream than we've been doing. We've been doing more like 4-hour ones. But I usually think our Monday game ones are a little bit shorter because there's just not as much to do. I guess I could sing a song if you really wanted me to, but we could also just find somebody to raid now. You guys are ready to go off and do your own things. What are you guys doing this week? Anything exciting? Anything exciting happening for you guys this week? I'm really looking forward to it not being summer anymore. I know I'm saying that in the middle of July. But it just like keeps on getting closer and closer to August, and I go, yeah, August sucks, but August is like, the beginning of the end. My aunt Cindy is back in town. Ooh, fun. Painting a commission. I'd like to finish this week, but you can try, yeah. You should post pictures for us to see the commission. If you're allowed to. I don't know. No one knew she was coming this week. Oh, yeah, okay. Surprise ones are not fun. Alright, if you guys don't want a song, I'm closing the song list. To keep it open just in case you guys random karaoke me. I already wait for the winter so I can go back to work with tourists. I can later. What does that mean? Ooh, we have another piano person live. Someone just went live with their pianos. Who is it? Oh, that's because I'm not seeing everybody who's online. That would make sense. Oh. This is a guy that I like. We might raid him. I found him recently. I was downstairs getting my delivery. What are we doing? I was getting ready to end stream, but if somebody wanted a song, I would sing a song. But if you don't, I'm gonna close the song list. But I always keep it open just in case you random karaoke me. But if you're not gonna do that, then I'm gonna close it. I think we're good. You think we're good? Nobody want? Okay. I'm gonna close it, and somebody's gonna hit it, and I'm gonna be upset. Yep, we're good. Okay. Yay! I closed it. We can go see some music person now. Is another pianist. He's nice. He's British. He's very British. I know we've been seeing a lot of pianists recently. He's not a VTuber, but I went on a little hunt the other day. Quickly, somebody hit the thing. Shut up, B-Room. I went on a little... Bro? You scared me. Thank you for the 10-inch. It would be very funny. You guys are the worst. But I went on a little thing recently where I just kind of looked at some of the classical musicians that are on Twitch just to see, and I followed a couple of people, and it was a lot of fun. And there's a bunch of people actually. No need to encourage me. Why are you guys the worst? Why have I... how did I... how... I don't know how to say what I want. We love you. Okay. I'm gonna make these ads though. You just got lucky, I guess. Yeah, that seems true. That seems true. I do need to
Peel's
update.
here.
Okay, Jinx, you're gonna make my OBS explode. Please be careful with how many redeems you do in a row. I know you're just you're trying to with me, but you're gonna make my OBS explode. Please don't. Not here at the end. My laptop is hot. It's hot, hot. Holy crap. Okay. All right. It's real hot. Ooh, damn. Once these ads go, we'll do I'll have the raid go through, but the ads have to end first. But yeah, Thursday we are going to hopefully record for Meow. I have a concept of how it's gonna work.
Do you like bread?
I like bread.
I literally just said how hot my
They both
computer
look at
is,
each other and hear that
and
and
you
go,
make
I like
my
bread, I like bread.
VTube studio change its person. What are you doing to me? What is happening? VTube Studio is the worst one to pick. You're not sorry at all, Jinx. Don't mind. That sounds accurate. Literally, I lost. My computer has been through the ringer so much that my webcam broke. I have to use another webcam now because my internal webcam broke because of what's been happening to this poor baby. The ways in which we have abused it. And by abuse, I mean, you know, used it a lot recently over the last almost year. Alright, you guys are back from ads. Right, I was gonna say, Thursday, we're going to record for, Meow. I have an idea of what I want to do, which would include 2 parts, and they're one takes, and I'm nervous about it because I think that this is really difficult to do in a one take, and I'm not 100% confident in the second part, and I think it's not gonna turn out good. But we're gonna try. And then so that's Thursday. And then Saturday again we're doing Q&A Oki. So we'll do singing and you guys can request songs and we'll answer questions like we do normally. I'll try to keep that one a little bit of a shorter one than normal. We won't go the full 4 hours that we typically do. Probably closer to like 3.5. Only because then at 8 o'clock, so like I'm hoping to have at least an hour break, but an hour to half hour break for me, and we'll go in and play we'll play the film, the movie. We'll have movie night in the Discord server. So hope to see you all there. And if you're unsure of anything I just said, the schedule is up on the Discord server, and you can read it there. Okay, so this is our friend who we're gonna go try to raid. There we go. He's nice. But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I know that our Monday streams are kind of chill and not the most well attended ones. But it is nice to have you there while I was trying to read fortunes. I will see you guys next time. I love you all so much. Even though you try to crash my OBS. Wow, crazy of you, weird people. Let's get that raid message up if you could. Thank you very much. But I love you. Again, I say. Please remember to be gay, radicalize the children, and be kind to yourselves and one another. And I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.